I read a publication in one of the websites back in 2012. It was titled "At the Age of 35, Still with a Soviet Passport." Something like that. I took an interest in the material. I read it and found out that one of our fellow citizens, Artak Voskanyan, 35 years old, married with child, expecting another child. So this citizen had Soviet passport and he had issues, especially with replacing it with a modern Armenian valid passport. We tried to find a compromise. We even raised the issue of military service, but nothing worked out. Eventually, they asked us to pay a very big sum of money, a fine, so the passport be issued and resolved. The non-provision was also conditioned by stubborn denials from the Passport and Visa Authority. We managed to find Artak and talk to him. He presented the issue, we discussed it and agreed that Artak must receive Armenian citizen's passport. And the treatment he had received was not legal. If there are issues, then it doesn't mean you have to find fault with citizens. What are the government agencies doing if we have to know everything? It is not our fault that we are not aware of laws. Let them feel guilty who must know and inform the society. Obviously, we couldn't expect that in early 90s. It is now that everything is covered and thanks to new technologies we possess great information means. Our many applications to the Passport and Visa Authority went in vain. Since they urged that Artak didn't serve in the army and had no military registration, and the passport can only be given after paying that large fine. They made a very detailed research on the case, showed very strong will, and despite their young age, showed great professionalism and proved that human rights are and can be protected. We only could help him through court to get Artak's rights protected. Our attorney Arpine Yarikyan got on the case. And as a result, the administrative court satisfied Artak's appeal and mandated the Passport and Visa Authority to give Artak Armenian passport. The passport issue was still hard to solve. The Passport Authority representative of Ijevan, Medora Chapokyan, did not show up for the court sessions. And when my husband was granted the right to get a passport, and we took the decision to them, there was a hysterical splash and fury with which they appealed the court decision, bringing arguments which could be brought not after the court session but before. So these people working in legal field after the court session, how come they didn't realize it? Was it really necessary to appeal the court decision? Insult the judges, accuse us of legal unawareness. While there is law, naturally we should be followed. But if you disagree with clauses of the law, which should please come and voice your concerns and not just ignore all court sessions, and after the court ruling come and start the hysteria. What does that mean? Artak's situation was quite dire. His passport was important as he had medical issues and more than needed the passport. He needed surgery, but medical institutions did not admit him without a passport. That issue had gone so deep, and even I think it turned into a personal issue. Initially, Artak was very skeptical about all this and was asking, do we really have a chance? Is it going to work out? Sometimes he was so desperate that said, even if they gave him the passport, he'll turn it down. If it was a matter of bribe, I couldn't tell since they don't say it explicitly. They don't say, I want this much money or this thing to get your case done. Also, one can ask for bribe from someone who has something or is wealthy enough, while my husband had nothing to even put on the table. While the case was in the Court of Appeal, the Visa and Passport Administration realized that the case was not going to be solved in their favor and decided to issue a passport for Artak. Before this, we were taking the issue to administration, who would refer it to military administration, and eventually it was not getting solved at any instance. But AK managed to overcome it and gave us the joy of victory. Our young family, although we have big financial issues, very serious ones, but we hope to overcome it. The main thing is, well, it was a success. This was a good example for other citizens as well, showing that consistent struggle can yield results. Moreover, that Artak's case came to us from media, where we found it. And later also it was covered by media outlets. So this would be educative and catchy for other citizens as well. Those who are skeptical about solving things can look at this and understand that this persistent fight and legal awareness can help you succeed. I would like to express my deep and sincere gratitude to Davush Ayak for solving this seemingly unsolvable issue. People who are ready without a speck of fear to tackle this issue and accomplish it. Just examining the issue is not enough, as is proven earlier, but it gets solved as it happened.